Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on how to factor polynomials. Now if you remember my previous video about expanding polynomials, this is the exact same process except in the opposite direction. So what that means is that instead of constructing large polynomials from smaller ones, we are in fact doing the opposite and deconstructing large polynomials into their irreducible factors. So there are several rules that we are going to, or several patterns that we are going to take from the expanding polynomials video, and we are going to transfer it over to this video in order to explain methods on how to factor polynomials. And we're going to see that right now with this quadratic polynomial. So we are told to factor a polynomial of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. Now here we are given this form, this polynomial to factor x squared plus 4x plus 4. Well, if you remember from the well, let me introduce the method that we are going to use to factor this polynomial. The method that I am going to explain the most, there are several out there, however, the method that I am going to explain is splitting the middle. The middle. Now you'll see why it's called that in a second. Now what splitting the middle involves with this particular polynomial is that firstly we'll need to find the factors of c. In this case a is 1, so we'll worry about the master product later. In this case we'll have to find the products of we'll have to find the factors of c that add to give us the coefficient b. And then after that, what we do is we split the middle term into two terms that multiply to give us c, however add to give us b. So let's try that with this polynomial. The factors of 4 are, let me change to a smaller size. So the factors of 4, which is the c value, are 1, 2, and 4. Obviously, let's clarify that. 4 times 1, 2 times 2, and 1 times 4. So we are looking for two factors of 4 that will add up to give us the b value, which is in this case is 4. So let's see, would 1 and 4 work? Well, obviously they're up to 5, so that's not going to work. 2 and 2 works, and 1 and 4 again doesn't work. So let's split the middle term rather into two terms that add up and that multiply to give us 4. So what that will look like is x squared plus 2x plus 2x. So now we have both factors over here plus 4. So now as we can see, we have separated 4x into 2x plus 2x. Now when you multiply 2 and 2, that gives you 4, so that checks out. So what we do here now is that we factor out, firstly we group these into two binomials, namely x squared plus 2x and 2x plus 4. And then we factor each of these binomials. Now that should be significantly easier. Now let's see, with x squared plus 2x, we can see that they share a common factor of x. So let's take out x from that, and what we have left would be x plus 2. Now let's take a look at 2x plus 4. Well, obviously, we cannot take out an x here since 4 we don't have a 4x and a 2x squared. So, however, we can take out the coefficient of x in this case, which is 2, and 4 is divisible by 2. So let's take out 2, and we are also once again left with x plus 2. Alright, now we have x times, in parentheses, x plus 2 in parentheses x plus 2. So here we can see that both x and 2 are multiplied by in parentheses x plus 2. So what we can do then is we can group those two together to give us x plus 2 squared, x plus 2 times x plus 2. Now, if you remember from the expanding polynomials video, this was the form of x plus y squared gives us x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Now this pattern is very applicable to certain polynomials that you will see in the class, and so it is important to know this and also its sister form, which is x minus y squared is equal to x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. So be sure that you know this form and its sister form in order to very easily factor polynomials such as these. So I mentioned a master product, which I sort of disregarded in this example because the a value is still 1. But what the master product is that a master product is basically this the product of a and c, the coefficients a and c. Now let's take a look at the master product with this next example here, which is still quadratic. We are still dealing with quadratics, but let's see here. In this case, the first step that we would have to take in factoring this polynomial will be to multiply a by c. Since the a value is not 1 and it's not positive, we need to find the master product before we can split the middle. So what does that give us? That gives us -9 times -4. That's 36. Alright, so now we can proceed to split the middle, except we have to find the factors of 36 that add up to give us 15. So the factors of 36 are 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. Those are how you can those are the factors of 36. So let's see which one of them adds up to give us 15. Oh, well, I'm going to be cut off in a moment here. Due to software limitations, I can only make recordings 10 minutes or shorter. So I'm going to continue this in my next video. Thanks for watching, and please refer to the playlist for next video.